The Super Bowl. It's the ultimate game, the peak of a tiring season where legends are made and dreams come true. But how did this iconic event come to be? Our story begins in the 1960s, a time when professional American football was divided. The National Football League, or NFL, reigned supreme, but a rival league, the American Football League, or AFL, emerged to challenge its dominance. In 1966, an agreement was reached to merge the two leagues, and as part of this merger, a championship game was created to determine the best team in professional American football. This game, initially known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game, would eventually become known as the Super Bowl. The first Super Bowl was held on January 15, 1967, at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. The game pitted the NFL champion Green Bay Packers against the AFL champion Kansas City Chiefs. The Packers lived up to the hype, defeating the Chiefs 35-10 in a game that showcased the NFL's dominance. The early years of the Super Bowl were marked by the intense rivalry between the NFL and the AFL. The NFL, with its longer history and established teams, was considered the more established league. The AFL, on the other hand, was seen as the upstart, with a more wide-open style of play and a host of exciting young stars. The first three Super Bowls were won by NFL teams, but the AFL finally broke through in Super Bowl III. The New York Jets, led by quarterback Joe Namath, shocked the world by defeating the heavily favored Baltimore Colts 16-7. Namath's performance in Super Bowl III cemented his status as a legend and helped legitimize the AFL in the eyes of many fans. With the merger of the two leagues now complete, the Super Bowl became the undisputed championship game of professional American football. The 1970s witnessed the rise of some of the most iconic teams and players in Super Bowl history. The decade began with the 1972 Miami Dolphins' perfect season, as they became the first and only team to finish an entire NFL season undefeated and win the Super Bowl. Led by head coach Don Shula and quarterback Bob Grease, the Dolphins dominated their opponents, culminating in a 14-7 victory over the Washington Redskins in Super Bowl VII. Another team that rose to prominence in the 1970s was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Led by a ferocious defense known as the Steel Curtain, the Steelers became a force to be reckoned with. The Pittsburgh Steelers dynasty of the 1970s is one of the most celebrated in NFL history. Under the leadership of head coach Chuck Noll, the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls in a span of 6 years, 1975, 1976, 1979, and 1980, cementing their place as one of the greatest teams of all time. The Steelers' success was built on a foundation of tough defense and a powerful running game. On offense, running back Franco Harris became a household name, known for his punishing running style and his iconic immaculate reception in the 1972 AFC Divisional Playoff game against the Oakland Raiders. The team's blue-collar work ethic and never-give-up attitude resonated with fans, and their success on the field helped make the NFL one of the most popular sports leagues in the world. Section 5, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys in the 1990s. While the Pittsburgh Steelers dominated the 1970s, the Dallas Cowboys emerged as the team of the 1990s. After a period of decline in the 1980s, the Cowboys returned to glory under the ownership of Jerry Jones and the coaching of Jimmy Johnson. With a star-studded roster that included quarterback Troy Aikman, running back Emmitt Smith, and wide receiver Michael Irvin, the Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in a span of 4 years, in 1993, 1994, and 1996. The Cowboys' success was due in part to their explosive offense, which was nicknamed the Triplets. Aikman's accurate passing, Smith's relentless running, and Irvin's acrobatic catches made the Cowboys nearly unstoppable. The Cowboys dynasty of the 1990s helped solidify the NFL's position as the most popular sports league in the United States. Section 6, the halftime show, music, entertainment, and advertising. While the Super Bowl is primarily a sporting event, it has also become a cultural phenomenon, due in large part to its elaborate halftime shows and high-priced commercials. Over the years, the Super Bowl halftime show has evolved from a showcase of marching bands and drill teams to a full-fledged concert featuring some of the biggest names in music. In 1993, Michael Jackson's electrifying halftime performance revolutionized the Super Bowl halftime show, transforming it into a must-see event for viewers who may not even be interested in the game itself. Following Jackson's performance, the NFL began hiring major musical acts such as Madonna, Prince, Beyoncé, and Lady Gaga, further elevating the status of the halftime show. Super Bowl commercials have also become a cultural phenomenon, with advertisers willing to shell out millions of dollars for a 30-second spot during the game. Section 7, a global phenomenon, the cultural and economic impact of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl has transcended the realm of sports to become a global phenomenon, captivating audiences worldwide. The game is now broadcast in over 170 countries and territories, with hundreds of millions of viewers tuning in to watch the action unfold. The Super Bowl's global reach has had a significant economic impact, generating billions of dollars in revenue from television rights, sponsorships, and merchandise sales. Cities that host the Super Bowl also experience a major economic boost from tourism and increased spending. Beyond its economic impact, the Super Bowl has also had a profound cultural influence, becoming a de facto national holiday in the United States. Section 8. The modern era, technology, and the evolution of the game. The Super Bowl has evolved significantly since its inception, with technological advancements transforming the way the game is played, broadcast, and consumed by fans. One of the most notable changes has been the introduction of instant replay, which allows officials to review controversial plays and ensure that the correct call is made. The NFL has also embraced social media, using platforms like Twitter and Facebook to interact with fans and provide real-time updates during the game. With streaming services like NFL Game Pass and YouTube TV, fans can now watch the game on their computers, tablets, and smartphones from anywhere in the world. Section 9. Unforgettable moments, legendary plays and performances. Throughout its history, the Super Bowl has been the stage for countless unforgettable moments, from spectacular catches to game-winning drives. One such moment occurred in Super Bowl 98 when San Francisco 49ers quarterback Joe Montana led his team on a 92-yard drive in the game's final minutes, culminating in a touchdown pass to wide receiver John Taylor, with 34 seconds remaining to secure a 2016 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. Another iconic Super Bowl moment came in Super Bowl 2, when New York Giants wide receiver David Tyree made one of the most improbable catches in NFL history. With his helmet pressed against the ball, Tyree somehow managed to haul in a 32-yard pass from quarterback Eli Manning on a crucial third down late in the fourth quarter. The Giants went on to win the game 17-14, ending the Patriots' bid for a perfect season. Section 10. The future of the Super Bowl. A legacy of gridiron greatness. As the Super Bowl continues to evolve and adapt to the changing landscape of sports and entertainment, one thing is certain: the game's legacy of gridiron greatness will endure. The NFL's commitment to innovation and its global fan base suggest that the Super Bowl's popularity will only continue to grow in the years to come. New technologies, such as virtual reality and augmented reality, are likely to transform the way fans experience the game, creating even more immersive and engaging ways to watch the Super Bowl. As we look to the future, we can be sure that the Super Bowl will continue to captivate audiences worldwide, creating lasting memories and adding new chapters to